I made a video not too long ago about my review, my personal experience with Mint Mobile wireless service. Got a lot of great engagement from that, with other people sharing their own experiences with Mint Mobile. But there was one question that I did receive, which was around the unlimited plans that Mint Mobile offers. The question being, is it really unlimited? In this video, I'm going to talk about what you really get with that plan so you can make a decision that's right for your needs. So let's get right to it. When you pull up Mint Mobile and you go to their plans, you'll of course see unlimited plans. What's confusing though is that it is technically true, you do get unlimited data. However, it's only the first 35 gigs of data that you get in 4 and 5G speeds. After that, it's throttled down substantially, although Mint Mobile never really states the speed of that throttle down. I've seen some users indicate 3G and then some even 2G, which if that's the case, then it's really going to be unusable for any length of time for most applications. It might be okay for opening emails, visiting some very basic websites that maybe don't have a lot of dynamic video or imagery, and you may be able to do some video streaming at the lowest quality settings. The short of it is, don't expect any kind of great experience for most applications at that point. But here's what's interesting, is that this throttle down plan doesn't happen with just the unlimited plan. It happens on all the other plans too if you happen to go above the posted data limits. So really, all the plans are technically unlimited plans, just with different data caps for 4 and 5G speeds. Now, it can certainly be argued that using the term unlimited for the unlimited plan, while technically true, can be misleading. That said, Mint Mobile doesn't actually really hide the truth here. It's actually one of the bullet points. They make it fairly obvious, but it can also maybe sometimes be easy to overlook, and somebody may focus on the unlimited part and not maybe fully read the bullet points. So this is not something I'm a big fan of as far as how they call it out, and my guess is it's just for marketing purposes, because guess what? All the other mobile service providers do the exact same thing. Other providers have the same structure whereby they have data caps even on the unlimited plans, after which point you may be throttled down in speeds. And I'd argue that the way that some of the major providers like Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile communicate that is actually rather confusing, which, especially compared to Mint Mobile, there aren't many bullet points there. That happens to be one of them, so it's a little bit more obvious of a call out. Now, there's a really great article, not written by me, by someone else, that I think does a really good job of explaining what it means for an unlimited plan to truly be unlimited, and what you need to watch out for, whether you're looking at Mint Mobile or you're looking at any other service provider. The short of it is, when you look at any wireless provider and you're looking at unlimited plans, almost none of them are truly unlimited in the way that you're thinking about them. Since the data can't be unlimited, the speed of that data, that's the catch. But back to Mint Mobile. The other curiosity about their unlimited plan is related to their mobile hotspot. Unlike the other plans, which have lower data caps, for the unlimited, you're actually capped at 5 gigs for the mobile hotspot, instead of the theoretical 35 gigs that you're actually paying for the plan. Now, that's something to certainly be aware of if you had hopes of using an unlimited plan for mobile hotspot usage. I would say maybe regular mobile hotspot usage. That's not really going to be a viable option here. And because that's the case, I would just suggest make sure you're around Wi-Fi. So in my personal experience, and in my case, none of what I mentioned actually really matters a whole lot. And that's because I just don't use that much data over the network. Typically, I'm somewhere where there is Wi-Fi. And anytime I do use data, it's usually when I'm on the road and I've got Google Maps. Maybe I'll check some email on the go, I'll check some social media, basic web browsing, music, but I don't really stream any videos, or at least nothing in high quality, or not frequently. And I also don't really play video games on there. Those two things are likely going to be the biggest drain on your data if you do happen to use those frequently. Which, if you want to hear a little bit more detail about my experience, make sure to check out the link in the description below and the card that I'll post above, and I'll mention again at the end of this video. And if your use happens to sound a lot like mine, then maybe Mint Mobile might be something you want to consider because it's very inexpensive. It's a really great value. Make sure to check the link that I provided down below for my audience, and you can explore some of the plans on your own. But if you're not like me, let's say you do use a lot of data, you use a lot of data on the network specifically, maybe you're on the road a lot, or maybe you're in a line of work where you have a lot of customer calls that you need to be on, and you need it to be super reliable and consistent no matter where you are, and having that data over the network is very, very important. You may actually want to consider some of the major providers like Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. In my other video, I mentioned that I had come from Verizon before, where I had a great experience. I had no complaints whatsoever, great service, consistent, reliable. However, I was looking for something quite a bit less expensive, and Mint Mobile happened to deliver everything that I needed. It got the job done for a lot less money. But even if you're looking at some of those other providers, make sure to remember what I mentioned earlier about unlimited plans as one example, but also make sure to read the fine print to ensure that you know what you are and are not getting. And if you're looking at some of those major providers, you'll of course have to expect that you're going to pay quite a bit more compared to Mint Mobile. So folks, if you want to see my full review with my experience with Mint Mobile, make sure to check out this next video here, where I talk through my consideration process, my purchase experience, my experience with the service itself, and whether I thought it was good enough for me to renew after 3 months of use. So make sure to check that out, and I hope you find it useful.